What's up, guys? Hockey TikTokie's back with an all-new video. Today, I am talking a little bit about the Calgary Flames, and specifically, I'm talking about the curious case of Andrei Kuzmenko. So Kuzmenko, as many people know, has had a very poor start to this season. I think he has only one goal and 8 points through the first 22 games of the season. He was brought in last year with a trade from Vancouver, and his play was very sufficient down the stretch for the Flames last season. In fact, a lot of people credited him with sort of fixing the power play, because the Flames had a really bad power play last year, and Kuzmenko was kind of the guy that got the power play kind of kick-started and rolling again last season. And then this year, things looked great at the very beginning of the season, like maybe the first, handful of games, 3 to 5 games or something like that. And now, since then, his play has completely fallen off. It's dropped off a cliff. I think the last time he even factored into a game was back on November 11th versus LA Kings. In that win, he got an assist. I think he got like a shootout goal to help beat the Islanders. But aside from that, he's been basically very unimpactful, very sort of not doing much for the team. And that's a real problem because his play is specifically centered around offense. He's not really a two-way player. He's not really the type of guy that can actually come back on defense and play, against any sort of, in situations where you're shorthanded or where you're down a goal or anything like that. Down a goal, but like down in your end. He's not really the type of two-way defensive type player, which is fine. You're allowed to be an offense-first player, especially if you're a forward. But if you're not producing, then you're not really doing anything. You're not helping out the team very much at all. So, again, he's only got one goal this season through 22 games. That would put him on a career low pace of like 4 goals, which is a little bit ridiculous because if you go back and you look at his rookie season, he was almost a 40 goal scorer. He scored 39 with Vancouver in his rookie season. Now, when he joined the NHL, he was a lot older. I think he was 27 or something like that, because I believe he played in Russia for most of his early 20s. So he wasn't actually like a young rookie. He was just in his rookie NHL season. So by that, he doesn't have a large body of work in the NHL, just the 2 seasons. The first year with Vancouver where he scored 39, and then the second year where he played some games in Vancouver, and then the end of the season in Calgary where he, like I said, he performed admirably last year, sort of helping out the Flames power play, and I believe that year was on pace as about a goal every 2 games, so about 0.5 goals per game with the Flames last year. And now this year he's down to, like I said, it's basically nothing. He would be no more than, a fourth liner, a defenseman or something like that. Like, he's not putting up the type of numbers that we need to see. So in my opinion, I think at this point in the year, it's time to sit down Andrei Kuzmenko. He needs to sit down. He needs to be benched, or I guess it would be healthy scratched, and watch a game or 2, maybe from the press box, and get somebody else in that's hungry and can try to make a bigger impact for the team, because one of the biggest problems for the Flames this year has been their goal scoring. There's a stat going around right now talking about the Flames where they've scored 3 or less goals in, I think it's something like 18 games in a row right now. Maybe 19 in a row. I can't remember. But basically, they're having trouble getting goals. and Andrei Kuzmenko should be a goal getter. He's only got one on the year so far, so that's a problem, guys. So my proposal, if it was me, if I was the guy running the team, I would put in Adam Klapka, who has been up and down the lineup all year between the Flames and the Wranglers, and I would give him a chance to play with Nazem Kadri and Martin Pospisil, and just basically slot into the exact spot that Kuzmenko's playing right now, and see if he can do something to kind of shake things up, maybe add a little bit of more grit and determination to the forward lines, because so far what I've seen from Klapka this year, he's been very strong. He's been a great player every time I've seen him come up and play with the NHL. And I think he's been great down with the AHL as well. I think when he plays for the Wranglers, he's been like a point per game type player. So I think Klapka should come in and replace Kuzmenko at this point, and let Kuzmenko just be a healthy scratch, and just let him know, like, hey, take a couple of games off and let's see how things go. I know a lot of people might be saying, well, the problem with that is Kuzmenko could be a trade chip later on in the year when we get to the trade deadline. We can flip Kuzmenko for a pick or something like that. But at the pace he's playing at right now, his trade value is basically zero anyways. Like, I don't think another team, a contending team, would want to give up any assets to obtain Kuzmenko. And if you guys recall, when he was traded from Vancouver to the Flames, he was a throw-in. He was just an extra player that Conroy was able to pry from Vancouver to help sort of facilitate the deal so that they can make their salaries work. Because I think Vancouver was too close to their cap and needed some space to get their guys signed. And so, or not signed, but under their cap. So they put Kuzmenko in as basically a throw-in. So I think if they were planning on flipping him, the point to do it would have been last year when he was playing well. At this point, he's not playing well enough. I think Adam Klapka should come in and take his spot for now. If he plays really well, let's say he plays really well, he gets a goal or an assist or something, or he just shows a lot more grit and effort, maybe he back checks and is able to do some more things that Kuzmenko wasn't even able to do on the Flames lineup, then give Klapka the run, let him play, and Kuzmenko at this point doesn't seem to have any sort of impact on the game, so let him sit for a while. Just let him sit. And then if there's an injury or if there's somebody else that isn't going, well, then he can get a chance to get back in the lineup, and maybe, just maybe, he'll be more hungry to come back in and reclaim his spot, be more determined to do what he does best, which is score goals. So that's my thought on this whole Kuzmenko Klapka situation, and I hope that something can be resolved, because the Flames need more goals. They need to score more. They need more goals. They don't have enough goals. They need to score more goals. That's the main issue with the team right now. They lost last game against Ottawa Senators. I think the score is 4-2, and there was a lot of penalties, and I think a shakeup would be nice, and not a complete lineup shakeup. I'm just saying, let's get Klapka in, Kuzmenko out. So that's my thoughts for the day, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.